protection of recognition of images, of copyright is a major business, especially for big brands. You've seen it with Iron Man and things being shown out of a simple large language model that's copyright violation, but how do we stop it? So if these systems can remember, maybe, but it seems like if these tests are true, there are certain things that become a pattern in the memory. Just like when we see things and remember things, we have key elements that really stand out and that are able to be triggered by different sort of events. This is what some are saying this may show of AI, that it's a function of its own sort of memory of patterns being proven to be the answer to this certain inquiry. So shouldn't creators have some say in how it's used? That's what these tools are for. So use them. Protect yourself. None of this is new. But with AI, we can take that and replicate it so much more that not only do you feel out of control, but I would suggest that most of the creators who are really sort of angry about all this are angry because they're not in control. They don't have a choice. That's basic humanity. So give yourself control. If nothing else, set a time and date stamp. Create a simple blockchain record. Create a website and screen capture the time and date when you publish that blog post or that picture. I don't think anyone's going to get everyone under the sun to be able to sell AI licensing material. But you know what? I don't know. You don't know. This is just be aware and know that what's coming favors creators like never before, since AI sort of took over and said, we're taking everything and we're not paying you. It doesn't look like that's true. In fact, there's laws coming out this year in the US that are going to make this an issue by this time next year in 2026. If you follow this podcast, you know about the US Copyright Office next year is declaring what we do with copyright content. What are the rules to putting that into large language models? And I've said last week that they can't blow this all up, but if we're able to replicate this, if it's not a roulette wheel, then it's actually holding copyright content. Now, California has what it calls the Delete Act. It demands total transparency on all input into large language models. This is out in 2026. May not impact you. California's got a lot of people. And it also ties into what the EU and their AI Act also looks at, revealing the input data so that we could create a service where you can look at that and see if your content has been put in there. Now, this isn't about being anti-AI. It's about recognizing your own rights, the technology, and what's happening and adapting.